Hey, I know things feel heavy right now. Maybe you're carrying so much and you don't even know why. Maybe it feels like you're drowning, like you're detached from the world, and no one truly sees you. I get it, I do. But I need you to hear this. What you're feeling is real, and it matters. So let's slow down. Let's sit with this together just for a moment. No pressure, no judgment. Just a safe space to breathe, think, and begin to understand what's going on inside. When it feels like too much, but you don't know why. Right now, it might feel like you're holding on to too many emotions at once: stress, fear, loneliness, sadness, stacked on top of each other, making it impossible to think clearly. So here's where we start. Take a slow, deep breath. Right now, inhale through your nose, hold it, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Good. Now ask yourself, if I could only name one thing that's weighing me down the most, what would it be? Don't overthink it. Just trust the first answer that comes to mind. Why do I feel this way? Sometimes, emotions don't come with clear reasons, and that's okay. But here's something you need to know. Your feelings are always trying to tell you something, even when they hurt. So imagine that your feeling is a person sitting next to you. Maybe it looks like sadness, loneliness, or anxiety. Now ask it, what are you trying to tell me? Maybe it says, I need connection, or I'm scared of being forgotten, or maybe, I just want to feel like I matter. Let that feeling speak. Don't interrupt, just listen. And remember, your feelings are messengers, not facts. If the feeling says, no one cares about me, pause and gently challenge that thought. Is that 100% true? Or does it just feel true right now because you're hurting? Sometimes, pain lies to us. Feeling detached and alone. That sense of disconnection, the feeling that you're separate from everyone else, is one of the hardest things to experience. But hear this, you are not broken. Think of one person who, at some point in your life, cared about you, even if it was just a small moment. Hold on to that memory. Now ask yourself, if that person could see me right now, what would they say? Would they tell you you're unworthy? Number. They'd probably say, you matter more than you realize. And if no one comes to mind, then let me be that voice right now. You are not invisible. You matter. Even if the world feels distant, your existence makes a difference. When you don't know what you need sometimes, the hardest part is not knowing what you need. But the truth is, deep down, you do know. You just need space to hear yourself think. So ask yourself, if I could have one thing that would make me feel even a little better right now, what would it be? Maybe it's hearing someone say, I'm proud of you. Maybe it's feeling safe. Maybe it's just not feeling so alone. Whatever it is, say it, out loud or in your mind. Name that need, because naming it is the first step toward meeting it. When negative thoughts won't stop, I know those thoughts can be loud, the ones that repeat the worst things we believe about ourselves. I'm not good enough. No one cares. I'll always feel this way. But let me tell you something. Thoughts are not facts. So when a negative thought appears, pause and ask yourself, is this 100% true? Would I say this to a friend if they felt this way? If the answer is no, then that thought does not deserve to control you. Instead, replace it with a compassionate truth. Negative thought, no one cares about me. Compassionate truth, right now I feel alone, but there are people who would care if they knew what I was feeling. My pain doesn't mean I'm unloved. It means I need connection. The smallest step forward, but it matters when you're drowning in feelings. Thinking about the future can feel overwhelming. So don't focus on just one small step. Right now, choose one of these. Text someone, even if it's just to say hello. Step outside. Let the air hit your skin. Let the sun remind you that you're alive. Write down exactly what you're feeling. No censorship, no judgment. Just let it out. Move your body, even if it's just stretching your arms and legs. Or simply remind yourself, This moment is hard, but it will not last forever. Taking even one small action sends a message to your brain: I am not stuck. I can move forward. When you feel unloved or invisible, that ache, the one that whispers, no one truly loves me, or I'm always going to feel alone, is one of the hardest things to sit with. But please hear this: being unseen doesn't mean you're unworthy of love. So ask yourself, is it possible that someone loves me, even if I can't feel it right now? Often, emotional pain creates a wall that blocks us from feeling the love that does exist. But love is still there, even if it's not always in the form we expect. And if you truly can't think of anyone, let this truth settle into your heart. You are worthy of love, just as you are, without needing to prove it. Moving from surviving to healing. Right now, survival might be the only goal, and that's okay. But healing starts with this belief: I don't have to stay stuck in this feeling forever. So tomorrow, try this. Take one slow, deep breath and say, I am here. I have made it to this moment. Name one thing you can control, no matter how small. I can choose to get out of bed. I can choose to drink water. Remind yourself, this feeling is part of my story, but it is not the whole story. The most important thing to remember: I know it feels heavy. I know it feels like no one truly sees what you're carrying. But listen closely. You are not alone. Your existence matters. And this feeling, no matter how intense, will not last forever. Even if you don't believe that right now, that's okay. Belief doesn't change the truth. So let's make a deal. Today, you don't have to have it all figured out. Just take one small step, and if the world ever feels too loud, come back to this moment and remember that someone out there believes in your strength, even when you can't see it yourself. Take one more deep breath. Hold on to it, and as you exhale, remind yourself, I am still here, and that means hope is still possible. While at it, before we go back to our lives, here's what you need to know. Pain is as real as a cut on your finger or a broken leg. Just because you can't see it doesn't make it any less severe. Emotional wounds, whether it's sadness, anxiety, heartbreak, or fear, affect your mind and body just as physical injuries do. Ignoring them doesn't make them disappear. It only delays the healing process. Just like you wouldn't walk on a broken leg before it's healed, you shouldn't push yourself to get over emotional pain before you're ready. Healing takes time, and it's not a race. It's a process that unfolds at your own pace. But here's the key. While moving forward is essential, it doesn't mean you have to forget what hurt you or pretend it never happened. Forgiveness and forgetting are separate journeys, and it's perfectly okay if you're not ready for either. What matters most is finding a space in your life where happiness and peace coexist with your past, where your experiences shape you without holding you back. Healing doesn't erase the story. It allows you to write new chapters without the weight of old wounds.